On now.
Yes, you will.
Thank you, Jason.
The one and only John Rawlings sitting in for Jason tonight. You have some news about a former football Buckeye.
I do, and what could be a blessing in disguise. Malik Hooker will miss the NFL Combine. I have details about that soon, but first we have a rematch between Elida and Shawnee tomorrow. Hear from both the Bulldogs and Indians as Eddie Kilroy gives us a preview of what's to come right after this quick timeout.
Sports.
So far, it's a two-horse race for boys basketball in the Western Buckeye League. But Elida continues to keep pace with Ottawa Glandorf and Wapakoneta. The Bulldogs are a game out of first, and they need a win to remain in striking distance of the Titans and Redskins. However, Shawnee hopes to take the Bulldogs down a notch at home this Friday for the second time this season. Our Eddie Kilroy has more on the Indians and Bulldogs, who will renew their rivalry tomorrow at Lappin Gymnasium.
For the first time in 3 years, the Elida boys basketball team won 4 consecutive games in the regular season. Their last 3 wins came by 3 points or less, giving them the boost they needed to forge through the rest of their schedule.
We're taking our momentum from game to game. Got a lot of trust in our coaching staff, and they're getting us prepared for each game. And the chemistry feels like it's really clicking. And we hope we can just continue what's going on.
The Bulldogs will travel to Shawnee for a rematch of the Elida Tip-Off Classic Finals. It was during the fourth quarter of that game where the Indians went on an 18-point run to help secure the victory. If they're up in the fourth quarter once again, Elida doesn't plan on letting another lead slip away.
We've got to limit our turnovers, and especially the turnovers that lead to points. And then, we want to push the ball. That really feeds into what Shawnee wants to do. So we're still going to try to push it, but when we don't have it, we need to execute in the half court.
In Shawnee's camp, the Indians are trying to keep their slight momentum going. They snapped a 3-game losing skid with back-to-back victories, including their most recent against Kenton, where they scored 87 points.
We got 70 points in the paint on Friday night, which is out of our 87. That's pretty impressive. We know we've struggled to score, especially during that losing streak a little bit there, so it was nice to see the ball go through the net for us.
Shawnee remains 2 games out of first in the Western Buckeye League standings, so they'll need to win out their conference games, plus get a little help to contend for a league title. Taking down Elida is the first step in their goal, but it won't be easy.
Daniel Unders, he's a tough player. He's going to be hard to stop because he knocks down anything if he's open. And they want to limit us in transition, and they want to hit shots on us in the half court, so I'm pretty confident though.
In Lima, Eddie Kilroy, your News Now Sports.
Thanks, Eddie. Tonight on Girls Night Out, 8 local games for your viewing pleasure. Starting in the Western Buckeye League, the #1 team in Division II and leaders of the WBL look to protect their unblemished record. Ottawa Glandorf welcoming Kenton, who is tied for second in the conference, to the Supreme Court. At the Fieldhouse, the Lady Bulldogs of Elida will host the Shawnee Indians, and our last pure WBL matchup, Van Wert travels to the Bathtub to take on the Wildcats. In the NWC, the 7th-ranked team in Division III will host Allen East. Columbus Grove sharing the title of conference leader with Bluffton. The Pirates hosting Allen East tonight. Moving into the Northwest Central Conference, Perry makes a trip across town to battle Temple Christian. And in the track, Lima Senior will take on St. Ursula. And our only cross-conference matchup features Ada traveling to LCC to take on the T-Birds. And there will be one Ohio State alum missing from the Combine. Former Buckeye safety Malik Hooker will be absent due to surgery on his labrum and for a hernia. Hooker says the surgeries went just fine and he is already up and walking. The All-American tallied 7 interceptions for the Buckeyes last season, including an FBS-leading 3 pick-sixes, one of those against their rival, Michigan.
All right. Thanks, John. We're back with final stock numbers right after this.